So I'm going to tell a little story. I've never told a living soul about this experience. Not my parents, my friends, my wife again. I've never told anybody. And I don't know why that is. Maybe because it's a little bit strange, but it happened. And it's an interesting thing to think about. When I was about 9 or 10, I was hanging out with a buddy of mine. I'd sleep over at his house regularly, and we went outside, starting to get a little bit darker, to just go walk the neighborhood and do what 9 and 10-year-olds do. And back then, kids could actually leave their house, and their parents would be okay with it, and you weren't afraid that somebody was going to die. And we ended up walking down to the end of his street, and his elementary school was there. And we went and we played on the playground for a long time. And as it got really dark, we ended up just hanging out and swinging and looking up at the stars. And for whatever reason, I closed my eyes and I started thinking about nothingness. I started asking myself these questions. Well, what if there was nothing? What if I didn't exist? And my mind really started spinning, and I started really kind of getting into this strange place of thinking about nothingness. And I can't explain it any other way other than this really, really cold and strange, dark feeling came over me as I contemplated, well, what if there was nothing? And I was there, and I was feeling so weird and strange, I finally just opened my eyes. And I looked up and I saw the beautiful stars. And I looked over and I saw my best friend. And I thought, well, no, there is something. I'm here. I exist. The universe and life itself is big and vast and beautiful. And it's real. And we're here and we do exist. And I'm not going to tell you what to believe as far as what happens after this life, but one thing is for sure right now is that you're here, I'm here, we're in this together, and it's real. And I think we all have periods in our life where we can feel this nothingness, and I think we got to just do whatever we can to open our eyes and remember the good things. Take a deep breath and look at the stars. Because we're here, there is something, you have meaning, you have purpose. Maybe you've heard the recent study that was looking into why people might live longer, and the results were surprising. The people that seemed to live longest over this big longitudinal study were those that were the most interconnected. So diet and sleep and all of these other things that, while they're important to think about, that had to do with how good are you at being a person with other people? How good are you at being connected with your family and your friends? And that is truly something. The love that we can have in our lives, being together, remembering you mean something, that you're here, it's real, the universe is big and vast and awesome, and you are big and vast and awesome. I'm not saying that you're fat. I'll leave that to me. I'll take one for the team. So let's open our eyes and let's truly be awake and alive and remember we're here and we're in this thing together. I'm going to close this up with a quote by my main buddy man pal, Henry David Thoreau. We must learn to reawaken and keep ourselves awake, not by mechanical aid, but by an infinite expectation of the dawn. Yeah, that's right, Henry. And that's right, all of us. Okay.